World Card Game Federation here with another very local match, as in my own doggone house. We're going to have ourselves a pretty good time, I think. Looks like we're going to be having me taking on my buddy Pete. Pete is using a very well-honed deck, though I don't know why Pete doesn't use it more. It seldom loses. I would say it could put up a fight against most anything. And then I'm using the old tried-and-true Ginyu, which you've been paying attention to the channel like for the last couple of years. You've probably seen it more so show up at tournaments and the like than you have actually seen them on, say, matches like this one. The deck's pretty solid. It is probably the most blunt force deck that I've ever had. I like being aggressive, but Ginyu just says, go ahead and throw your best shot. I'll take that, and I don't care. So, Pete's going to go ahead and begin the game. He's going to pass Rejuve. Looks like he has, I forget the name of this energy attack. I'm sorry to say a lot of the ones like from Fusion Saga and forward all kind of look the same to me, especially a lot of similar sounding names. Okay, it goes over to me. I'm going to go ahead and go and see what I got going on up in here. I'm going to power up just a bit. Looks like I did already actually have a turn, and it was very minor, so minor I didn't go in on combat. I am going to declare combat.
Stuff like that. I'll fire off my energy attack, cost me 3 power stations.
So I'm going to obviously open up just like it was 2014 up in here with Ginyu's level 1 power as his very first action in combat, which heaven knows why you wouldn't. So usually you can kind of, like, if you anticipate, depending on what you're anticipating, will what you're going to choose for your ally. So a lot of times if you're anticipating hits, you take Goldo. If you're anticipating doing a lot of damage, you're going to grab Frieza. Just crazy stuff like that. You just, like we said, just depends what you anticipate. In my case, I really can't pull Frieza during the course of this fight because I know Pete's deck and I know it does mostly life card damage. So I usually would just be very careful about not losing allies from the game. Okay, and then let's see. Oh yeah, also I should remind you that Gohan, future Gohan's level 1 power has a -1 damage to it, so that means my mastery basically is negated. We just don't count it. So he does take the hit. Birder can make actions. Heaven knows why. Oh, there, yes, I put the dice on him. All right. Then he's going to throw an energy power point, orange energy power point. I do take it, and I do absorb it in 2 hits. Like I said, this deck isn't necessarily known for defending too well. Just trying to not... Basically, nothing would kill it. So it goes back over to me, and I have a +2 power stage buff. Did I pass?
During combat, are you going to use the surge?
Oh, no. He's going to finish resolving the immediate effects, the hit effects, rather, for Orange Power Point that has the hit search for a drill. And then he's going to go ahead and do the Orange Checkup Drill
one of my brother's favorite
replacement. Can't begin to tell you guys about how much I think the Orange Checkup Drill shouldn't have ever existed. I don't know, again, like we said, no one can speak for those final days of Panini and how wild things were getting over there, but I still think it's just nonsense that it even got made in that one, because like, it is one of the easiest 1 per deck or other limitations on it. It's like, do you not see how abuse works with cards? Like, if you say, well, a person could, warp it and keep doing this. Like, you guys remember that? The championship that had, what was it? Dueling Master Roshis who just abused Checkup Drill to a preposterous extent. Speaking of that, have we had any Master Roshi decks in a million years? I feel like that just dropped all the way off. It had all the potential in the world.
That worked so well.
So, my apologies. I do have a tendency to talk about nonsense from my olden days of card games. So I used to know a guy who I didn't like very much, and I went out of my way to fight him and find a way to beat him way back when. So, yeah, the entanglement drill, the way that this one works, I just see it as being the most natural extension of how that card should have originally worked. There's so many cards that I have no earthly idea how they made it to production. I couldn't tell you how a ton of them, like, got out. They feel beta-ish to me. Like you straight up printed early game first draft.
It can't be modified, so minuses don't work?
Ooh, and I threw a big teamwork Kamehameha, 10 life card energy. It can't be modified, so his level 1 doesn't reduce it at all, so he gets to just take the 10 life cards. Ooh, but he did stop it. Woo, look at that. And it made him have to... Oh, is he going to just pull it back right out, the same drill?
Right off the back, I could try to kill a guy right at the beginning of it. Die!
It was a pretty big hit to get out early game.
Daniel's name in this one. Remember, he's going to be Hugo Stieglitz instead of Daniel.
Alright, so he did stop it. He basically pulled out the same drill? Got a second block? No. He had the other block in his hand, I believe. Man, I guess I don't know that card very well. Okay, apparently I'm going to use the mastery. I'm trying to see what the heck I'm doing over here.
Ah, crud. It does something, don't it?
I get to destroy a drill, by setup I control, search my life deck for style drill, style setup, place it into play.
Dang.
Okay, looks like Pete's still going over there.
So every time I hear Piccolo's theme in that version of it, I always just think of, murder and Daniel.
So he did end up using one of his cards to... It's probably that energy that's out there. Blowing up that entanglement drill. And then he's probably just going to orange combative it back. Oh, look at that. He done pulled out investigation discovery drill. I forget the one that kills an ally when it comes out. That card is criminally underrated. I know allies aren't that haven't been a big deal in a long time, but that is impressive.
That would have annihilated 17. That only marginally hurt Cell.
Which one was that?
Oh, the one where Piccolo charges it like this in front of him. This move.
Yeah.
That's usually what I think of. Like, I'm gonna kill his mother right here.
Okay. I'm telling a very long story here about the olden days.
Is that this next one?
What?
Hold on. You mastery?
Oh, yeah, it was -4 and 4, so nothing. But it does get hits if you have any hits out there.
So I'll be darned. The prevention for the mastery was still in floating effect, so that's pretty sweet.
I think this was in mine.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, so here, shuffle this up.
Pete's doing a little bit of correcting there to his field.
No.
I did sense something was up, but I couldn't tell you.
Minus, so your next attack.
Oh yes, but he does get the hit off for the orange combative one, the one that was made for being able to aggressively trade with people. I've always thought that was neat. Oh man, I actually got off a doggone body change. I know that's not what the card says. I just remember Ginyu's truck driver pull voice saying that way back in the...
I got no shame.
So that was my action. He hits me back. I take a 2 life card, physical.
Oh, then I'll just do it a different way.
Oh.
Blue arrest. Rejuvenate burner.
So I'm going to go ahead and blue arrest at him since he turned off my level 2 Ginyu power, which is kind of lame. I do rejuvenate an ally who was in the discard. That was Birder. It's going to hit him for 4 life.
2, 3.
I will hit, search my life deck for an ally, and place him into play.
Okay, on the hit I do get to search, and I'm probably going to get probably Jace, I would assume, if I'm going to try to do something offensive here. Yeah, there we go.
Jace. Did he come in at 5 of them? Really?
Though I'm not really sure how I think I'm going to get him to be able to perform an action here.
Jace to the face.
Because I targeted Birder. Birder's no longer in play. Huh. What was I thinking here?
Shoot. How much?
5-9.
Dang.
Hit me with another 5 life. I take relatively minor damage on that one using some endurance.
You regret burning this thing.
Oh, I jumped up another level. So wow, a level 3. That's why I got Jace to be able to do stuff. That must have been my crazy plan. So it does make you wonder how the heck this match is a particularly long one if I'm already level 3 at the, I don't know, 3rd mark.
I will fire off Jace's attack. Let's see, it will do 5. Oh yeah, your Ginyu Force allies may make actions regardless of your NP's fire stage. So it's 5, 6, 7, 8 life cards.
I'll stop it. I'm gonna shuffle. Search.
Whoa, I guess I must have forgot he had that block in his hand.
Shuffle.
And I realized I was supposed to raise or lower someone's energy with his. I don't recall. Huh. So I'd say gosh, yeah, 2 really crucial hits that would have evened this up quite a bit more when went off, or got blocked rather, in hilarious fashion.
Okay. Over to you.
Oh, I will throw a head knock. 5, 6, 7, 8 life cards.
Oh my god, -1.
Yep.
2, 3.
So I do end up hitting him with a reasonably large hit from a blue head knock. So that's appreciated. And that was one thing that we tried to stick with the Ginyu deck, is that it would generally strike for life cards. That we wouldn't bother with trying to get stage damage on people. So the combat ends, we both pass, it goes over to Pete. Pete's going to go ahead and, I guess, drop a drill he had in his hand into play. Is that Guardian Drill? I can't remember which one that is. Because I'm going to let you play a setup or drill from your hand. He's going to go ahead and activate Orange Attraction, targeting a style card, rejuvenating it, ending his turn, getting his regular rejuvenation to go off. He's going to go back over to me. I'm going to draw up my 3, power up my guys, because I have no setups or drills or allies to play, which is kind of wild when you think about it. You've seen 2 allies in a Ginyu deck. I do declare combat. Apparently I'm going to press some kind of perceived advantage. Let's see what I open up with. Okay, Jace's energy is a fair one. He's not going to have a bunch of stages left to keep shooting, but I do have it. And Pete just took that son of a gun.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Doing critical damage. Ooh-wee.
Now, Gohan's power can turn off continuous powers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because I haven't played him in so long, I forget. No, I'm thinking 13.
He says he can make actions.
Yes, as long as he's Ginyu Force ally.
Let's go ahead.
So Pete here is weighing whether or not to do the to turn off somebody's actions or powers. I assume he would go after Ginyu, because if he turns off Ginyu's continuous, that means that Jace can't do anything and I have to rely on Ginyu's power stages.
I guess I'll...
You should let me play a, what is it, History of Trunks song. I got something for you.
Oh, lay it on me. What do you got? What do you got?
Okay, Pete's doing something over here. I can't quite make it out.
Probably.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Is that what you're
And
throwing
an
at me,
energy.
bro?
Oh, okay, I gotcha. He used the orange card that's basically blue decap. I wish I could remember their individual names. I more remember their effects. So he is going to go ahead and use this card that allows him to blow up one of his drills to search.
Only one. It's not shit.
It doesn't make a lot of sense. Where is everybody? I had so much ally manipulation early on. It's like, where is everybody?
Yeah, some days are like that with the Ginyu deck. You can open up with a gazillion allies, but then have nothing to do with them, or you can spend the whole game with 1 or 2 allies. Just ridiculous.
What happened to Berta?
Okay.
I had to shuffle him in, and I pulled a different ally with another card.
And I took the hit from his energy attack, so he's got that minus in play. I'm probably going to pass just to wait him out for it.
I'll go ahead and throw a blue slash at you.
Oh, look at this nonsense. So Pete's already at 0 anger.
But then you mill 6.
Yep, there you go. That's how you get around that, you guys. You got orange combative prevention built up. Just blue slash. Oh, I don't need to hit you to hurt you.
It's rather important.
Okay, so blue slash goes off. It is a miracle. I don't know how I lose this.
Oh, shit. Oh, my god. Yep. Let's see, I'll throw a head knock. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay, we blew head knock for 8 life cards. Preposterous stuff.
6, 7, 8.
Boom. There moves her.
Crit him again, another massive attack. Like I said, I was under the impression I was going to go ahead and bulldoze my way through this one.
Before it does. I never get there.
I don't think you usually want to unless you're like going for the kill.
Yeah, that's the X. All of your attacks deal X plus life cards. X is the number of allies you have in play. I've seen people
turn
try
off your level 3 physical for 2 life.
it's gonna hit me.
Okay, he finally does use his Gohan physical, and I now no longer have that power.
Gosh, I thought you were factoring that in.
I was not.
Well, on the initial hit, I was gonna say that on slash we factored it, but I can't think of
Right. The last one that I just took 8 for.
This guy.
Ooh, Pete just realized he did take actually a little bit too much damage from that one by not factoring in his level 1 minus. I'm totally guilty of it. Back when I used to aggressively play Future Gohan, I forgot it was even there.
Minus 1.
So it'd be 5 as a base.
It's minus 3.
So you take 2.
So I'm about to make one of them mistakes you shouldn't make. So I do. I did blast him with Blue Neck Beam. I can force him up a level. I can get him off of the shenanigans. Excuse me, stop him from doing his shenanigans over there with turning off powers. I think the timing's all wrong. He's gonna.
What, your anger 2? Rejuve up to 3.
Okay.
Hey.
Ooh, he's still.
And you don't have to pull any out, right?
This is up to. So it could be the same.
Bicycle kick, orange bicycle kick. Sorry, folks. I just had the longest time there. Like, what is the name of the card that lets you shuffle in all your drills and that used to basically make me rain pain with old Dr. Giro? Them's were the days.
So I'm in D.
Let's see. So just 5 stages in a life.
5 stages, 1 life.
There we go.
I have to pass.
Absorbed all that mess with Ginyu because I just didn't need the stages. Now, I believe this is where Pete's going to start hitting me with some unpreventable damage, if I'm remembering the right fight. So we have a long-running joke about this silly song.
Combative.
Well, it is the only song in existence.
It is. We're cavemen. We're chanting this song way back when. I passed.
Dang, look at how thin Pete's deck got. He's got an orange key ball, I think it's called. Basically the one that does the immediate rejuve of an attack and then rejuvenates more on the hit.
Style attack, I think.
Yeah, for a style attack card.
That's what it is. I want to say it's going to be a PowerPoint with damage boosted up and with that one orange drill that lets you be able to turn off prevention for one styled attack. That's going to be what happened.
So this, yeah. So no prevention. Crit off
I-
Jace.
Ooh, that must be how I ended up eating it.
Your next attack in your next phase does minus 3 and 3.
He does get the hit. He gets the rejuve. Jace goes away from critical damage. And now I'm in a lot worse spot than I was. I'm not really sure what, if any, plan I have.
Sadly, me too.
Alright, your turn.
And the combat ends after I take a saucy hit. And he does go up a level. And this is where I probably did myself in because that level 2 ends up being the coup de grace when he knocks me out.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Alright.
And Pete passes the turn very quickly and it goes back over to me.
Really?
Oh, hey, Cell shows up, which is probably going to end up being a bad idea.
It isn't always going to be like that. I'll pass and rejuvenate a blue betrayal.
Wow, really? I put a blue betrayal away? What was I thinking? There are plenty of drills in play. Why did I put no power stages on Cell?
Oops, I didn't power up the whole cell.
There he goes.
I
Okay.
have no one entering.
So Pete declares combat. We have no when entering effects. I draw a good hand of attacks. I just have to live long enough to use them. But I'm pretty sure I'm going to get just destroyed. Ooh, turns off, what do they call them?
Non-sale cards.
There you go. Non-style cards go away. I think it's 6, isn't it? Because Cell's in play.
Oh, 6 life.
Oh, 6 life. There we go.
Let's see. So yeah, I was gonna say because there's the boost out there. So it's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the rest.
All right. Again, taking relatively low damage. Again, I don't know how I just get destroyed here in a couple of seconds. I've taken a couple of decent hits, but if you look at all the... I hit Pete with a sizable hit. It'd be 8 life card.
Nice.
He does stop it, I believe. I didn't see what he used. Oh, there it is. Orange ducking technique. It's just the lighting isn't great in my own dang basement. You know what the nerve is? I actually have lighting for it, and I didn't even bring it out. What a move. So he's going to go ahead and fulfill the requirements to be able to do his search, to be able to go and pull a drill for orange ducking technique. I wonder if he's going to go ahead and... there you go. He's going to... Because he knows the endurance is going to make this an uphill battle. It's like fighting a Saiyan deck.
Combative.
Nice.
That must have been how he did it. He got Aura Burn. There it is. He's going to try to shoot for one big hit. Can't blame him at all.
I will throw a blue slash at you.
See, this is what I'm talking about. Like, how did...
3, 4, 5 life initially.
So it has a 5 life swing on a 1 life card attack, and it does hit him,
3, 4, and then 6.
Yes.
and then I crit him, and then he mills 6. How did I lose this?
Your action, sir?
Energy.
I'm gonna have to take it. Wait, how much would it be?
5, 6, 7, 8.
I'll stop. Ooh, you're gonna make me do something rough. Blue guard. That was to be supplies for later, you bug.
So it was an 8 life card energy. I had no reason to believe he had 2 giant swings.
No, I can't afford to take a hit like that. I'll pass.
So I stop it with blue guard, and I'm pretty sure this is where I bungled and botched it.
Sequel prevent.
6 power
Cost the
stage?
stage.
Life.
Oh yeah, it costs 1 stage. 6 life?
So it throws his physical, 6 life, regular prevention.
4, 5, and 6.
And again, I wick off all the damage, hardly taking anything at all.
Oh, possession.
So this fight's just about over.
Man, that sucks. Who went it in? I did?
Yes. Oh, man. Wait. Did you?
Yeah, Pete would have initiated combat, or did I?
I threw that energy that rejuve when you can't play it non-stop.
That's right. I was gonna say, yeah, because I should be level 4 by now. Menacing you horribly. I pass.
Me too.
Well,
So combat ends, it goes back to
we're
me.
gonna have us a gay old time.
Hey, Goldo's out. So you guys are going to ask again, how did I lose this? Pete has a handful of cards left in his deck, and I have 2 allies out.
Oh my
A
goodness.
stylish pose, doggone.
You know, I could try to kill you with what I have in my hand.
I probably shouldn't.
Just coming at
No,
Oh,
don't. No,
I
don't.
have to kill you. I'll declare combat. Woo!
We always make the joke when you have all the allies out.
I can take my time about this. Search your life deck or discard pile for an ally.
So I didn't, actually. I really should have just went all offensive, but I didn't. So we have our Office Space music on, which we tend to do when I'm trying to lay down that last hit with Ginyu. So I'm going to go ahead and activate the stylish pose. I'm going to go ahead and do my ally search. I'm going to go ahead and pull out Jace because he can make actions, and it's pretty exciting to watch him try to blast everybody with all the boosts in play. So unfortunately, that was my action. I'm pretty sure I don't have a block in my hand. I'm about to take a massive hit. So he's going to banish an ally first thing. Ugh. I couldn't. So Goldo goes away. He could have been my block, but no. 9 life card, no prevention. This is where I whizzed it down my legs.
7, 8, 9.
Well, so.
Ow. Really? You wanna
And he
do the
crits
soul?
away Cell. Oh, and I threw him in the banish zone for no reason.
I wouldn't.
Wait, Goldo was to be banished. Ooh, don't look too hard at that little mistake. Goldo is to be banished, but Cell is definitely a discard. I do respond with...
Nice.
Oh, that's how I lose. I got greedy. I gave him the chance to have, time in his hand when it would have just myrtleated me.
6, 7, 8, and 9. Ooh,
Wow, I wick off a 9 life card energy. He gets to go ahead and pull out an effect. He gets Guardian Drill. I think Pete has like 1 card left.
Rejuvenate 3 of them.
Oh, don't tell me I'm going to grab Goldo. I did. Oh, no. Cheat. Disqualified. Oh, no. I mean, I could have just targeted Frieza. You know what I mean? So it's not horribly illegal. It's just a card that shouldn't have been there to begin with. So the actual number of cards is the same as it would have been either way, just not the actual cards that it should have been. So that is my action. I throw that one, and nothing happens as it bounces off time.
Put on you, sir.
Energy, cost 2, gain 2. No, stop energy combat. 5, 6, 7, 8.
8, huh? That might get me right here. 4.
And I believe I die here.
6, 7, 8.
Okay, I do Wicked off again. Another one, another massive 8 life
Is
card.
that what you're trying to tell me? That you think it's cards in hand?
Cards in deck.
4. So by the skiddest margin you've ever seen. I'll just go ahead and jump up to level 4.
So for some reason, I thought it was a good idea to use my Ginyu transformation, eating it left and right, all up in here. So I'm level 4. All my allies can make actions, just the usual. Again, would have been a fantastic combat potentially had I just passed.
Try to kill me.
I had tons of blocks, and I die from his level 2 physical as soon as it hits me. I don't draw any kinds of blocks because remember the deck was all allies.